I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They call it for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. Big Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth. Man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag, about tag on I got it in the bag, man. Getting all type of cash, I'm a general true. I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, 2015 NFL MVP Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers take on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas. Massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams, field position. Is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, good move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. On first down, it's Newton. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. David Irving getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Newton. They'll roll him out right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And a rally to run. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, Newton. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. McCaffrey following the penalty. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Hey, 47.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Before Carolina takes a snap here, what's going on with Carolina right now? 4 straight losses. They were 6-2, Charles. Now they're 6-6.
And it's hard for me to even believe that they're 6-6 because I saw them a few times getting to 6-2. And I thought for sure this team, but they've struggled a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. They don't take it away as much as they used to. And Cam Newton in this last game, 4 interceptions. A couple weren't really his fault, but he took ownership of them after the game, said he takes it personally. Hard to believe, though, that defense usually a top.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be... And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. It's a keeper with Prescott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh, okay.
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. He'll turn to the power game at Olawale. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Jameis Olawale taking it in. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point up and through. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there from McCaffrey. 48 yards on the ground. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Forced out to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. Newton again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. as his guys are in for 6. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now running right through it. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. To throw is Prescott. Completes it to Austin. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Prescott from the gun. Austin's got it left side. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
26.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A first down throw for Prescott. It's caught right side. It turns. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that's Elliott, complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down now, but that clock rolling. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this one down inside. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, so the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. A second down throw for Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now we're signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
There we go. Wide eight.
Prescott now on second down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's third down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambition. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, Prescott again, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Wes Horton able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Play fake. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Prescott. He finds Austin complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, hey.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. David Irving in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Austin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Prescott to throw it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen. 1
score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there, taking it in. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Dancing to his left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback from 17 yards out, and the Panthers add on to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Gano out to kick this one away. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here. See what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Newton's going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
180. Gun. Do something.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 29 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that
one. The extra point up and good, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing here, Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. David Irving able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.